Hi folks, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at doing green energy cracks beneath the earth, like Warpstone for Skaven, or perhaps even some fell magic for more Warcraft inclined characters. So, let's cue the music. Okay, so to start out, I'm going to give a blank base an all over coat of a nice dark green. Here I'm using Caliban green from Games Workshop, but any sort of dark green that you want to use will be fine here. And it's just a matter of getting a nice even coat coverage all over the base. We don't have to worry about doing multiple thin coats here because there isn't any real detail to obscure, and we're going to be putting stuff over the top of this anyway. So as long as you've got a nice smooth coverage, then we're all good to go. Once the Caliban green has dried, I'll be coming in some Warpstone glow, once again from Games Workshop, and starting to do a circle in the middle of the base, starting to build up a bullseye pattern. Here I've thinned the paint down with a little bit of water, just to ensure that it goes on smoothly, and you may need to build up a couple of coats of these. And you don't need to be too neat with the pattern, we're just building up a splodgy area of colour in the middle of the base. Once the Warpstone glow has dried, I will then be coming in with Moot green from Citadel Paints. This will be for the last stage of our bullseye pattern, and it may take a couple of coats to get a nice solid finish on this colour. Once our green glow is done, we'll be then coming in with some Mordant Earth Technical Crackle Paint from Games Workshop. We want to apply this nice and thick over the middle of our bullseye and thin it out towards the edges. The thicker the paint gets applied, the bigger the cracks are going to be. And it will take an awful long time to dry, so I'd advise doing these in batches if you've got more than one to do. So with the crackle paint dry, it should something like this. And as you can see, where we put the thick paint, we've got much bigger crack patterns, allowing that really nice vibrant green to show through. To really put an emphasis on the cracking pattern of the texture paint, I'm giving the base a quick dry brush with Skavenblight Dinge from Games Workshop. This is a dark grey, but it's on the warmer side of the spectrum, and it really allows us to give us a nice stone feel to the black texture paint that we put down. And you can do as little or as much as you want with this, depending on the sort of effect you want to do. All that's left to do now is to paint the rim of the base. I'm using Abaddon black from Games Workshop, but you can use any colour that you'd like. I'm recommending using a dark tone to allow everything to pop on the surface of the base, and I recommend that you do this across your entire army. And with that, this Warpstone cracked base is now complete. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so for future updates and tutorials just like this one. It's free of charge, and you can always change your mind later. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope that's given you some ideas for your modelling. Till the next one.